Greetings, one and all. Hope we've had a fantastic day today and are looking forward to the fun and shenanigans that we shall be delving into tonight. Otherwise known as our blind rat for the Hunters the Parenting series.
Which I slowly hope will get the attention of its original creators, should they be provided the link. I've done it with a few other YouTubers who've done similar things, so here's hoping.
Fingers crossed. But, yes. Such enjoyable fun, their series. And I'm looking forward to delving deeper into the shenanigans. I have a feeling that unlike the last couple of streams we did watching this, I feel we're only going to get one episode in because, as you can see, the next one we have, 3.1, I am not kidding as I say this. Just look how long the video is. I think it's one of the longest videos we've seen them have on their repertoire. Plus what follows next.
You've yet to see their future episodes, but I will digress. With that in mind, press play so we can get it over with.
Get on with it. Yes, get all of it! Yes, get all of it! Alright, all notifications are out, and time to begin. And I got a stupid survey. Skip. Here we go. Hunter the Parenting. Big D's Guide to Avoiding Arrest. Okay, that's a funny.
In case you weren't paying attention, listen close. This is how it all happened. The newly fed Diablerist, known to you as Piotr, broke out of our cellar and hunted us for sport. Due to drinking two of his fellow vampires, he had gained immensely more potent vitae, and had gone from a 12th generation rube to a humongous, thick, sickoid monster of the 10th generation. So stupendous he became, he managed to break through the cellar door we spent half of Marcus's weight in gold on. The one that could take a force of 2,475 minas. Which would be about 825 from that...
How are you doing tonight, TNT?
I'm alive. I should be asleep. I gotta wake up. I gotta leave in 7 hours to take care of dogs.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Right. Well, half of me wants you to get your sleep in with that circumstance. I mean, there's always another 2 weeks ahead for the next reaction.
Yeah.
But if you still insist on the lack of sleep, to contribute your knowledge of World of Darkness with me as we bring Red over to this fandom.
I tried, but I can't physically get into it.
In that case, leave the work to me. Minas, there is a unit measurement of weight.
You do not
way
need
back
to
in the time of like ancient Babylon, Gilgamesh era. It's one of the first ever invented. So the fact that DC's resorting to that means that, one, he is a historian to the core, or two, there's more to him than meets the eye. Figure that, get out of the way. Resume, please.
Alright. 3, 2, 1.
Kilogram's measurement, and definitely not 18,000 in your American caveman measurement store. Please remember my math lessons. Anyway, next thing we know, he's somewhere in the house, invisible, and Marcus decides to jump out the window, which has him sprained both his legs, and then they're also shot with a gun, unrelated. Our plan was to head for the carport roof. But then I was dragged out the very same window Marcus had opened, and I landed on the stony barrow by the house. I was so exhausted by that, I decided to go to sleep. When I came to, I saw Marcus had not dragged me down the road following our secret safe passage. In turn, my son-in-law then expertly tries to lure the vampire out onto our front lawn. But he does not fall for it. and that lands Marcus in especially hot water. Fortunately,
this
that
is
disgusting
the,
fucking Doughbrain did not use his full strength to kill my son.
Police
I think he wasn't trying to
interrogation.
kill any one of us, so he could line us up in a sick, vampiric, all-you-can-eat buffet. Worse still, I suspect he may have followed a foolhardy urge to embrace us all and bury us in a mass grave. We may have all been damned this day, had it not
What's about
been for what
behavior?
happened next. My son Dor's ingenuity struck him in more ways than one, as our front yard had been converted with custom, sensitive, anti-freak minds for a situation much like this one. And with a well-placed shot by my beautiful, wonderful, amazing, and fantastic prodigy of a grandson, the Nosferatu known as Piotr was swiftly knocked into torpor. Not long after, day came to us, and Piotr's sentence was ultimately rendered by sunlight. Later today, I'm going to gather the leftovers of his conflagration. I'm planning on compressing it into a diamond to show that even the ugly of us can be made magnificent. Perhaps I'll attach it to a ring and give Marcus a spectacular wedding band.
Wow.
But,
Alright, time check.
yeah, before that, we were arrested. And I don't talk to cops.
Ooh. Good recap.
All right. Good day, sir. My name is Detective Sergeant Guy Chapman. I'll be interviewing you today. Are you feeling comfortable? Your jaw situation any better?
Yes! Yes! Stop it!
You know,
23 seconds
how
behind.
about I make us some coffee? I'll be right back.
You do that,
Yeah.
detective.
It happens when we watch it
Best
on
do that.
Kick, Twitch, and
If
YouTube.
there's one thing we know for a fact as hunters, it's that the vampire is everywhere. Society is led blindly by the deeply ingrained wiles of these creatures, and especially that of their most guileful sect, the Camarilla. They infiltrate every facet of
In case
human
you're wondering,
life.
that symbol in the center is
Industry,
Camarilla
government,
symbol.
all forms of organization, our
figured
very
as much.
infrastructure, even family. You can never be sure where the ears might be, and so you must always be primed to plug them. Let me set the scene. I sit inside the Norfolk Constabulary in the township of Wales next the sea. I am just about to be interviewed.
Wells next.
My
to see.
goals are to see if the police here have been compromised by the Camarilla, to not give anything away that could be seen by them as a masquerade breach, and, of course, not be arrested. This will be harder than you might expect, because I'm going in with a handicap.
That's what she said.
Here you go. Kevin, was it?
You can call me the great and mighty Kevin if you like. All my friends do.
Alright, you plan on just going to watch it now.
And thank you, I do love my cafe.
Great and mighty Kevin. That sounds fantastic. Where'd you get that title?
Oh, it's a long story. From my accounting days, kind of stuck as an in-joke, and it makes me feel pretty great and mighty in the day-to-day. You don't have to use it. It's just a funny little joke.
Well, I always respect titles, ye great and mighty one. You better believe I'll be using it.
Well, thank you, Detective Sergeant.
Oh, man, we're going to have a time of it today, I'm sure.
Are you laughing about
But-
the great and
But,
mighty Kevin?
Yeah.
I must inform you that we're recording this. Cameras up in the corner there. There's also these microphones picking up our voices. So, if you want to speak to us, I'd ask you speak loudly and clearly, so the microphones can pick you up the best they can. All right?
That should not be an issue.
Very
Not
good.
for him.
Very good. Thank you.
I already knew the camera and the microphone were not working. In preparation for the inevitability of an arrest, I make it a habit of sneaking into the local constabularies around Warham, and I sabotage their equipment. The constabulary is incredibly small,
Oh, boy.
with only a scant few officers working there at any given time, and their interrogation cells are as virgin as their wit. Breaking into a small police
Whoa.
station is about the
Snap.
easiest thing you can do. Well, it's
I'm
not
just
the number we
realizing
count
the
for
war
break-ins. They never expect their own quarters broken into.
monologue.
The hubris of the
Inner
watchmen
monologue
think themselves
might be in
unwatched.
reference.
They always fall for the Officer Ernesto trick.
So, it's just the two of us otherwise. Right now, it's 14:34 p.m. If you look at the watch, could you confirm?
Oh yeah, 1434. It is indeed the number on your timepiece.
Alright, yep, very good. So, today is the 1st of December 2006 at Norfolk Constabulary in Wells next to the sea. Can you agree with all that?
Oh yes, happily confirmed. I love Wales next to the sea. I might go ride the miniature steam train later while I'm here. If it happens to be open this time of year.
Oh, that right?
A big adventure on the world's smallest public railway. How could I pass it up?
Oh yeah, true. Rode on it with the kids last summer. They adored it. It passes through some drop-dead gorgeous vistas. You really get to see Norfolk from another angle, you know?
Oh, for sure. Did you know there's a ghost platform along the track? Extremely frightening.
I'm kind of excited for
The
the
abandoned one. Yeah. There's also that Iron Fork camp. That one's in Warham, right? Actually, that camp's pretty close to where you were today, isn't it?
Oh, yes, the camp is quite close to my dear friend's home. We don't go there much. It's quite the dreary spot. Smells of death. The Iron Age fort, that is.
Death.
A corpse was found there a few years ago.
Nearly busted,
Some poor
D.
sod who had been
Ser-
missing since the 90s. Looked like he'd been lying there for a while and no one picked up on it.
Goodness. Was it any one of you who found it?
No, it was my friend's neighbor, Caracas. He found it while he was doing his daily routine of digging ditches into places that do not need ditches.
That's very interesting. But perhaps we should get on with the actual interview. What do you say?
Oh, sorry. Absolutely.
You'll come to
I wouldn't
like
want to
Guy
waste
Chapter.
any more of your time than necessary.
No. It's all right. You're all right, Kevin. That's totally fine. I'll just need to go through some more formalities with you before we can begin.
A formal lad, I love it!
Oh, not for long. It's pub time after this.
I love drinking! An activity I do. I don't know if you know this, but the police in these lands are quite unlike what you see in the mainstream stories of the modern age. They seek to build a different rapport, following the peace method of interrogation. With this, they primarily wish to disarm their suspect by making them as agreeable and comfortable as they can be, as those embraced in comfort after a stressful situation are far more likely to tell the truth. Knowing this, I intentionally sink into a casual and comfortable
Kinda.
role, exactly where the officer wants me, so they would be more likely to
And if you
believe I'm
notice,
being
the situation is
honest.
getting larger and
This is an
larger.
advanced deception technique I invented. A technique I refer to as lying.
So, you do not have to say anything, but it may harm
We've
your
all
defense
done
if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand what I've just said?
Clear as crystal.
Could you put it in your own words?
But I shouldn't say anything weird.
Well, you've already failed that part.
At that moment, I feared my cover was blown. I had
Notice
to
how
find my way out.
Yeah, this sigil got a lot
and
bigger.
smaller.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It gets bigger when he's
What
about
a
to
relief.
blown and smaller when he is
Alright, so
successful.
that's your right to silence. Just need to have that put out. So, could I ask for your full name for the purpose of the interview?
My name is Kevin Wetsworth.
Do you have a middle name?
Malcolm.
Like Malcolm in the Middle?
Yes, everyone makes that joke. I can assure
2006,
you.
Mike.
I'm not as
Oh,
wild
yeah.
and wacky as Malcolm in the Middle. And I am instead a normal man.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to slap a dead horse. My name's Guy, so, well, I understand it when people are jokers about your name.
That's completely understandable.
I think they should have given him thicker
my guy.
eyebrows with
Oh,
a name
yeah.
like Guy.
You sure you aren't as wild and wacky as you are on TV?
Well, maybe a tad, maybe just a little.
All right, well.
Television.
Could I get your birthday as well, Malcolm? Oh, sorry. Kevin?
Oh, that's all right. The worms will get us all one day.
The
It's
what?
October 31st, 1979. My birthday, I mean.
Oh, that's pretty fun. That's All Hallows Eve.
Yes, it's also National Magic Day. The day Houdini died.
Oh, wow, didn't know that. So, a few more questions.
Oh boy.
First off, what's your address? You can go through it all.
Meta.
And I
let's
got
try
an
Frank
ad.
again.
Last time you got a
3
replacement
seconds till I
Frank
can
at Fins
skip.
and Friends.
I hate
Yeah.
ads.
The
Yeah,
officer
back
went
to
through
the
a few more
video.
questions. Nothing noteworthy.
Well,
Until
not so much
eventually,
of my end.
the
I mean,
actual
right now I'm getting the
interview
glimpse
began.
of the Bateman and also that meth break thing. Which is
So-
basically everything that Gundam can be, but it's not Gundam because of copyright issues.
Yeah.
And also jiggle physics.
Alright, I paused it at where Guy's like, so, what happened this morning in your reckoning?
Yeah, 1224.
Yep, 1224. Well, we're trying to have a good time enjoying the,
All right, go ahead.
comedy. Do what?
Go ahead. Go.
What
Gotcha.
happened this morning in
Go,
your
go, go,
reckoning?
go, go, go.
Oh, do you want me to go through the entire morning?
Anything you think might be relevant.
All right. So I've been up all night. Haven't caught any sleep yet. You might call me something of a night owl. Yes. I was meeting up with some old friends. We haven't met in a good while. Years and years as I've been out traveling. So I was driven to the house a few days prior. We had a good time, and then... Well...
It's all right. Take your time.
This is where it all begins. There are already several missing persons reports in and around the area of the tunnel entrance, since that was where I first found them. And since Sabbat members are usually reported as missing people themselves, I wanted to use this to my advantage. However, I already know the tunnels are a particular target of Camarilla interest, and also that the Anarchs have declared the area under their domain. Assuming the police are compromised, any mention of the tunnels will lead to suspicion. But I might
Keep
be
this
able to
in
use
mind,
it to throw
particularly
off
the
the
middle
scent.
sentence.
So, it was early in the morning a few days ago. We took a fun little nightly road trip to an area just between Walsingham, Binham, and Hindringham, right along Wells Road. We went there because, well, I'm kind of big into cold cases, and I know there's been some missing persons reports in that particular area, so we just kind of went there. I know it's irresponsible,
It's all right.
but it was just such an enticing prospect.
All right. I absolutely understand. You're just out for some excitement. You're not the only ones, let me tell you.
Well, I'll be honest, it does get worse. I kind of...
Yes?
Well... I try to entice the officer into presenting me with a leading question. If he is a Camarilla agent, he will know about the tunnel situation to some degree. What degree, I'm not sure. But he will want to take any possible masquerade breach into account. If he takes the bait, I will be made more certain.
Take your time. I can understand if it's hard to talk about.
So much sighing.
Take your time.
You could tell they had fun behind the scenes.
Anyone has fun behind the scenes
I'm
when it
not
comes to
sure
voice
how
recording
you'll
or
feel.
even basic acting.
If you
see, I'm-
feel
Do you see
self-conscious
how many of those
about it,
bloopers they end up having?
that's fine. We all make mistakes.
Is he biting? Yes. It was well, yeah, quite the gaff on our part, I'd say. Come now, just a little more.
It was all related to the missing persons report, I take it.
Almost. I think so.
Almost.
You think so?
Almost.
Did you
Almost.
find anyone, or
Found anyone? What
There
does
we
he
are.
mean?
Well done.
Does he imply that he thinks the missing people might just be lost? Or is he implying we might have found someone else there? He thinks the former. I might be safe. If not,
Dun dun
how will
dun.
he respond? Well, yes, we did.
and that was
TNT,
the
check your
same
Discord.
people who you invited home a few days ago?
Oh,
Discord,
what the fuck? What kind of question is that? That we invited home? That is far too specific to be a coincidence.
Pause!
And that's when I realized.
Oh! I forgot you said that you have merchandise from this channel. I kid you not, chat. Click on our link to our Discord. Go to the general chat. You will see he has.
Part, yeah, and the best part, I am only one of 4,483 people who have purchased the product in the entire world.
Nice.
Bragging rights, really. Continue. We gotta hurry up.
Alright.
My sons,
Oh, I'm
my
here.
son-in-law,
Say again.
my
How many were
grandson,
sold?
they were all interviewed before me. Which, of course, was the
4,483.
intention, but
Yeah. Seriously,
They
click
were
the
fucking
chat,
up
click
on
the
their
link to our
testimonies.
Discord.
cannot believe
You'll
it.
see it.
After everything I've taught them.
Oh my God, that
invited
gives me a
home?
reference.
Why would he say that? Who said that? Ah! Wait. Of course. Son-in-law.
And whoever has that,
It must have been my
lucky
son-in-law who said that.
That's
His
Quit
anti-cop
Tamo.
training was never concluded. He never got past the Grand Theft Police Car seminar. Of course.
I
He
know,
wanted to
I
present
remember
this as having been a
watching that
good-natured
scene.
affair on our part. The fool.
Now that I know how
Fool.
many were sold,
Oh!
it
I
makes
must
me
be
pleased.
incredibly careful, but I need to harmonize these different testimonies. Yes, we took pity on them.
Well, so you should have waited.
Pity, you say?
Of course, I'm sorry, the missing people. Shall I say, I recognize some of them, or at least one of them, from the missing persons posters.
Noted. Just a moment before we continue.
I braced myself for combat, for the SWAT teams to come pouring in, for fists and bullets to fly. But instead, I was faced with a more powerful and evil foe.
Here.
Paperwork.
This is an index of many missing persons in the local area.
One
Yeah.
of the three greatest
Could you
enemies of
flick
all
through?
mankind.
Yes,
Tell us if you
paperwork
recognize any
is
of
one
these
of the
people.
most monstrous enemies
My
known to the
suspicions
world.
bright and aroused like an ornery male peacock. I flipped through the names. Most were passingly familiar
I got
to me.
a
Ready
question.
Hunter with their salt as preparation as even more important than
It's
firepower.
not about it. It's
However,
just my own personal
these
thing.
ones,
I
I'd
apologize.
expect, were just
Just-
victims of the support.
Which of these numbers?
No
1,
faces
2,
I
3, or
recalled
4?
seeing elsewhere. I struggled with myself.
Then
Should I mention a
move
name
to
at random?
the picture I sent on Discord.
Foolish. It could be a trap to
I
invalidate my
did
testimony.
reply to that a bit ago, but I muted
To
myself.
boot, I didn't recognize all
For
of
that,
them.
so.
Were some of the others
No,
vampires?
just a random
I
thing for what I'm
struggled.
doing right
I
now.
struggled and struggled
Given my own personal experience,
till by
I go with
pure
three.
chance
You found someone?
I came across a
Alright.
familiar,
Never mind. Let us continue.
unfamiliar face.
I apologize.
Piotr.
Yes. Let me take a gander.
Oh boy.
Oh. Actually, it's Peter. Peter Piotrowski.
His face was warped, handsome beyond recognition. Poor fellow. No wonder he was such a prick.
Was he there that night?
Yes, though he had a bandana on for the most part. I recognized the hair, the eyes, the name. Yes. Yes, he was there that night. And with no body to disprove my story, that should be alibi enough for any Camarilla constabularies.
Interesting. So, you found this man, Peter Piotrowski, and a few others that you do not recognize. Would that be accurate?
Yes. They had formed into a group and approached us in the thicket. They said they just managed to escape some strange captors. Begged us for help. They didn't go into much detail, but how could we refuse?
Red, it gets better and better.
Little did we know. They weren't quite what they seemed.
That sounds pretty incredible.
You're telling me. Did he buy it? Had I already contradicted the family story?
And how many were they?
4.
Right. Okay, so just to get this straight, you found 4 people lost in the woods. You thought you recognized them, or at least one of them, from missing persons reports, and you brought them back to your place. Is that all correct so far?
An accurate report, Detective Sergeant. Perhaps you should consider a career in court stenography.
Maybe when my legs give in, I'll consider it.
I'll smash them in with a pipe wrench if you continue to nail me like this. Fuck. What other testimonies had the family given?
Alright, so let me have a think about this, because I have a couple of questions.
Damnation. Son-in-law's report was in all likelihood the most divergent one. The rest, without doubt, told him that bringing them back was an involuntary affair. He is too nice. Me agreeing with his testimony like this, it isn't going to be enough. Perhaps I'm going too wild with the story. The lack of collaboration could undo me here. It's 3 against 2. There is a clear divergence that cannot be reconciled. Unless...
Alright, so, first off, what happened on the way back to the house?
Well... Wait. There is an out here. Marcus! Marcus, I put my faith in you, son! Into your hands I commit my spirit! I didn't interact with them much, but I know they were a bit weird towards 2 of us from the beginning. The father, Dor, and his son, if you know them.
Yep, sure.
I didn't catch on to it very early, but I think those thugs might have been threatening them from the onset. He, Dor, was the one driving, you see. The rest of us didn't really think about it, or as far as I know at least. Then drive like it was the wacky races, off the road, into the bushes and everything. It was crazy. With this, we can harmonize the accounts. As long as Marcus did this correctly.
Alright. So, what happened when you got home?
Yes! He bought it! Marcus, beautiful boy! He knows his brother, he knows his nephew, and of course he knows his fiancée! Marcus has reconciled this very testimony in much the same way as his father. I'm not the only one in this. We will harmonize these accounts together! Sorry, when we got home?
Yes.
That's when it all went to hell, of course. This is the harder part. There are many specifics in this part of the story. I realized I was traipsing into a minefield, much like the one on our front lawn. I needed to be specific, but not specific enough to contradict the others' testimonies. Marcus might be brash, but the lad is a genius. No doubt he'd gone for an approach not dissimilar to my own. Dor, on the other hand, he's precise, calculating, but with the creativity of a sea cucumber. If anyone gave exact information, it would be him. My darling son-in-law has no doubt continued to be his typical friendly and accommodating self, for better or worse. And boy, I love my grandson.
I'm sorry?
Humana, Brian Cranston.
Oh, yes, Malcolm in the middle. Sorry, let's stay on topic, though. You invited the missing people into your house. Then what happened?
How some
My presumptions
pop
are
culture
right. I
references
focused
age
on
well
one
with
thing.
wine.
If this officer was with the
Yeah.
Camarilla, he would already know the survivors were vampires. If that were the case, he'd be looking for the slightest hint that we were aware of that, which would essentially mark us for death. Sorry, things went very fast. At first we were socializing. They had come in from the cold. I was worried sick about them. It seemed like they had the most incredible story. And eventually that story proved too good to be true. They had guns. They began threatening us.
What kind of guns?
I'm not much of a hunter. I couldn't say the exact kind. A clear lie, by the way. I am actually the best hunter, probably in the world. Anyway. I believe it was a shotgun. It could have been a rifle. I also think I saw some pistols.
I see. And was there anything else?
By God, yes. They held us at gunpoint, handed us mines, explosives, and forced us to plant them in our front lawn. To me, bringing the mind viewer into things was a no-brainer. If anyone mentioned anything, it'd be that. I just had to bring the narrative around in a way that deflected blame.
And where were these explosives found? On the property?
The property? What do you mean?
Well, look, I need you to be honest. You know? I need the clearest account possible. And I need to know, where were the explosives from? Were they owned by your friends?
No! Good heavens, no! How could you even say that?
Kevin,
My
listen.
family, my good friends, who are like family, that is, and I, get fucking held at gunpoint, punched, kicked, and forced into traumatizing labor, including my friend's very small son, who I call my grandson even though I'm 47 years old. You ask if the mines were ours?
My apologies, Kevin. I understand your experience was traumatic.
You're right. I'm feeling loads of trauma. I'm a goddamn traumaniac, but not as manic as those fuckers.
Sorry?
The fuckers.
Fuckers.
Hell's fuckers! Have you heard of them?
Oh.
This was the beginning of my counterattack. As you're no doubt aware, our dearest Bruja Antitribu Shitbeard was a member of the Fuckers from Hell, also known as the Tails Fuckers. His jacket claimed us, at least, and that's all that matters. That county-spanning biker brigade is a known Sabbat affiliate. They have a penchant for embracing bikers, truckers, and other hard men of the road. They also are known for their violent encounters with Anarch, Camarilla, and law enforcement alike.
Were they involved in the incident?
Right, so one of them made mention of that. They said to me, "Listen up, you goddamn swamp shrew! Dig the ditch, and if you're lucky, hell's fuckers won't put you in it!"
In that same accent?
That's right, an American accent. Brrrs and all. And then he spat on the ground like some kind of chimpanzee.
And you say the mines weren't yours, but theirs.
Yes, of course! I refuse to believe even Dor would have admitted to us owning the mines. Not even son-in-law is that accommodating. Not even boy is that naive. I am doubling down on this.
I see. So, just to clear this
Oh
up,
boy.
this is all just some coincidence. The missing persons you brought home were affiliated with the Hell's Fuckers gang, and they happened to ride home with a former EOD specialist, bringing their own mines.
Damn you! Prepare to die! I wanted to scream that as loud as I could when he said that. The story was beginning to crumble. Dor came here dressed in his EOD suit. He must have admitted to owning it. He must have told them of his old fucking mining days, god damn it!
Because what you're telling me is that these people showed up, including at least one missing person, and then, with mines they supplied themselves, They had you, and especially your friend, a professional in the field, they had him dig up a minefield in your own front lawn. Could you confirm that as correct in your assessment?
Well, a liar would get indignant. If I were telling the truth, I'd get angry. Look here, Steakhead!
Take it?
I can't control what the truth is!
No, I understand that,
I'm sure it
but...
sounds ridiculous to you, but so did walruses until we had photos of them! For fuck's sake, man! Tusks on a manatee!
I am listening, sir. I am.
I should hope you are! Because if you don't believe me, I'll invoke my right to attorney!
Which you're free to do.
However, nothing! The facts are clear! They had a whole stash of weapons nearby! A fucking stash! It wasn't just mines! Once they found out about Door's background, they decided to store their arms there! It wasn't a coincidence! It was some kind of sick, spontaneous whimsy on their part! I waited for the response. A sharp repudiation, a resignation that a lawyer was necessary, or even becoming officially arrested.
Oh boy.
And yet...
Oh. I see.
It gets better.
That's rather disconcerting. Let me write that up.
He seemed to accept it.
Oh boy.
Could it be a tactic? Could he have accepted any story, no matter how ridiculous?
You never know.
No. I could see it in his eyes. His hands sweaty, clammy, his eyes glazing over in a sense of internal calculation. He wasn't just entertaining me. He was genuinely concerned, which could only mean one thing.
I'll make sure that gets to the relevant authorities.
This wasn't any normal cop. He was certainly a Camarilla agent.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Within his skull, I could already hear the gears turning. Does he think this is a new stage in the Sabbat Crusade? Perhaps he's thinking we're good. If the Sabbat Armory had moved in so close, he'd need to alert his masters. All right. Apologies for my temper flaring.
What? Oh, it's quite alright. Tense situation. Weird situation.
It really is weird. Why commandeer a random house? I guess it's like they say. You never expect the level of criminality that goes entirely unaccounted for outside of cities. But it's fine. Oh well, not really, but...
Was there anything else? Did you happen to overhear anything?
Oh, yes, there is something! That man, the one with the drawl?
The American?
Yes, him. I heard him mention there was a dispute with some rival gang. Like an anarchist gang? That should hit the spot.
Not TNT.
Did they say anything about
Not
that
TNT.
gang?
They would most likely be luring them to our house. Hence, the minefield. And we just did it, of course, hoping we'd be spared. But then, just before dawn, more bikers showed up and they
You
just
get ads read on Twitter. so you
drove
know.
off with them.
Okay, I paused at 33:51 since you got stuck on ads.
Do and all that jazz.
Do do do. Oh man, this is just priceless.
Well, how many pop culture references did you get here? Unless you were just laughing at the whole writing scheme by the creators of the show.
Oh man, Sons of Anarchy, I'm straight up. And then of course, obviously, Malcolm in the Middle. Oh man, this is. I love this show.
On that footnote, what was your reaction to the whole usage of Kevin Westworth's name?
Oh, priceless.
Such is his definition of handicap. Anytime the ad's over, resuming.
All right.
After that, the alarm finally went off and called the police. But I don't know. Perhaps they were expecting that.
Don't worry about that, sir. We'll take it from here.
Thank goodness. That's a load off my shoulders.
I'm sure. Just a few more questions,
Oh,
if you
boy.
don't mind.
Go right ahead. I love talking to cops.
Right, so... we wanted to ask about the car in the carport.
The car?
Yes. Do you know what happened to it?
Oh.
I do not.
Okay, that's fine. Do you know anything about the pit in front of the car at the carport?
What? Pit? Who's been digging pits without me? It must have been Piotr's doing somehow. Or was Cracker skulking around the property again? Could you tell me what happened to the car? I've not seen or heard anything.
Well, it looks like it had somehow been driven into the carport entrance, the one into the house, that is. But it's flipped horizontally with the car door leading into the house, if you can visualize it.
Oh boy.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It almost looks like it's been thrown or something.
What?
Yeah, it's weird. And then there's that pit, which is exactly outside the car. Do you know if any of you dug that?
What the fuck is this now? Like it's been thrown or something? I assume Piotr threw my son-in-law's runabout. That would be a given to anyone even
Mind you,
vaguely
he
familiar
was
with
still on
vampire
the
society.
ground, not too far off where he was
would he
tossed
give
out
me
the
this?
window.
Yeah.
So he never had
Why
to
would
go
he
into
tell
the
me it looked like
carport.
it was thrown? Is he being coy? Does he already know I'm in the know? Or did someone else say it? It can't be that one of the others actually said that it was thrown, or that it looks like it was thrown. Or could they? Is he checking for masquerade breaches? Or does he just say it like that because he genuinely thinks it looks like it was thrown? Is he genuinely looking for answers? Why would he say it like that if he was? Why would he say it like that if he wasn't? That would be a dead giveaway. Is he not Camarilla after all? Oh, what the fuck? I'm second-guessing myself. I'm not sure if any one of us dug that pit. I honestly have no clue. This could have happened whilst I was burying mines. Or it could have happened when I was unconscious.
Could you tell me a bit about how that happened?
This should be easier. There cannot be many contradictions in our testimonies. And after this, I'm out. It's up to everyone else past this point. I can count on Marcus saying that he didn't jump out the window. And the other three certainly would know this.
Oh, boy.
Sure. So... The red-headed one, Marcus. He was let go out the window from the second floor. When he landed, he sprained both his legs. Absolutely horrid. I hate gravity. Oh, and then they shot his legs with a gun, because that was only a natural part of their MO as fuckers.
That's awful.
Yes. Then, of course, I was next. I was let go, and I fell onto the rocky barrow next to a house, and that's how I got this brand new Campbell jawline.
Cool, I love Evil Dead.
He admits it! He loves the Evil Dead! The Evil Dead vampire! It's just a movie. Yeah, I love a movie!
Yeah, you know, I absolutely agree. But, sorry, I didn't mean to derail the conversation. So, anyway, Marcus was shot in the legs. How were you dragged out the window? Did anyone in particular drag you?
Yeah, well, wait. Dragged? Who said dragged? I did not say I was dragged out. Sorry, fuck. By dragged out? Does he mean dragged to the window and thrown out? Or does he mean grabbed by a hand and dragged outside? Oh god, this is too specific to be a coincidence. Who said I was dragged out the window? Dor would be more simple in his approach. Marcus would not be that specific. Dear son-in-law knows not to mention something like that. Boy, no! Boy chose the wrong word!
Oh boy.
Yeah, so it was one of the bikers. Not
Pun
sure
intended.
which. I just kind of fell out and landed down on a stone, so...
Absolutely.
Boy.
But how did you exit the window?
Oh, what the fuck is this?
There's a
This is
thing
some
called
serious
defenestration. The
What should I
should know
say?
this.
If I even approach the truth, that would sound ridiculous enough to be seen as a serious indictment towards my legitimacy. At worst, it could be seen as a masquerade breach. Boy's innocent blunder might be enough to warrant our destruction. Damn my beautiful, sweet, and precious, perfect grandchild! Damn him! Right. So, this was quite the horrifying moment, not going to lie. Went by very fast, but... As Marcus was thrown out the window, he actually grabbed onto me midair and... Well, he's a big lad, and so I tried to stop his fall, gripping at the windowsill. But when the rest of those thugs lifted my legs and pushed me out, we both fell, and I smashed my jaw in.
All right.
Oh boy.
Was that enough?
So, just to clear this up, you were upstairs at this stage. Marcus was thrown out the window by the thugs, and then you, approaching the window and standing by it, was grabbed by Marcus. You were dragged out by him and fell down too, with the thugs helping by destabilizing you. Could you confirm?
Shit. Did anyone else bring up the time it took between Marcus falling and me falling? Did anyone say it took a few minutes before I too was thrown out? If anyone has, it's a contradiction clear as day.
Oh boy.
Damn it. Fuck. I cannot correct this.
Could you?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. And just to clarify, how many of the thugs helped force you out the window?
I don't know.
And do you know what happened immediately after that at all?
I do not.
Okay, let me write this up real quick.
What? Why? Why isn't he bringing up the time? Could have nailed me right there. If he asked how much time it took between us falling, anything of the sort, a clear contradiction would immediately become apparent. That's what he wants, isn't it?
Two
Nice.
clever minds having at it.
Marcus! 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 He said the same exact thing I did! He covered it up just like I did. He did it! He strengthened our testimony yet again! He reinforced it with alloys as strong as his massive shoulders and flowing radiant hair! Oh, I love that boy!
You seem like you're in a good mood.
Sorry.
What? Oh, no!
Something on your mind, Gov?
Oh, no, I was just thinking of how thankful I am that everyone survived. You know, after I was knocked out, the last thought I had was of inextricable horror, but also a pure, unflinching trust. It was like a force. I
Pardon me,
knew
I'm
the
stuck
others
on
would make
licorice.
it. I knew they would get us out of that mess, even without me. And they did.
Wow. I'm sure you helped in your own little way. So, could you tell me what happened in the cellar?
Fuck! They searched the house! I dearly hoped they wouldn't have. What do I do here? This is the most damning part yet.
Oh
What
boy.
the others said here. There are 2 corpses down there. It's covered in blood. There are cameras and cages. It looks like a literal murder dungeon. Marcus does, at the very least, not record anything for posterity. But... The cellar? I wasn't aware they went down there.
Okay.
Crazy.
So, you didn't see or hear anything from down there?
I don't think so, no.
You didn't watch the live feed on the computer?
The live feed? You mean with the camera they have down there?
So you know there is a camera down there?
Uh-oh.
Yes, it's Marcus's...
Oh crap.
Yes?
He's not prepared.
dungeon.
Oh.
You elaborate?
Do I have to?
I'm sorry, there is a reason why we need you to elaborate on this.
Look, this is too much for me. It is fucked up sex cellar, okay? He thinks I don't know about it. I know about it, and I hate it. It makes me want to vomit and die. It's this thing he and his partner got started up, and
What part are
you
you
know, that's
guys
their
at?
prerogative. I support the relationship totally, but the things I've seen down there.
What kind of things?
Rodeo cows.
What?
Several clowns.
I
Small plastic army men! By God! If those thugs found it, I can't believe what their reaction was.
Okay. Sorry, writing that down. Could you explain what else exactly is down there?
Well, some specially built cages, a sign that says something about not screaming. I think there's a horsewhip serving double duty sometimes, but most of his stash is up in their room. You know, his figures.
Right.
The truest curse of being a father is simply knowing too much. Like how much he spent on those miniatures. Goodness, you should steal them next time.
Do you know if the cages were
Right,
used
right.
for anything else?
Yeah, I'm just
Not
laughing
as
my
far
ass
as
off.
I know, no.
Right.
Red has a sensitivity.
Do
to
you
copper.
know two persons by the name of Richard Porter and Dave McGlow?
I do not. Oh, hold on. Richard Porter and Dave McGlow. These must be the names of Shitbeard and Ape Boy.
Wait,
They must have
there's
found their real
the
identities. So soon,
runway.
missing
There's the
people for
facility.
certain. Here's
All
my
the way down
chance.
there is the apiary.
Actually, I think I do. Or one of them, at least.
And what's your relation to them?
Didn't that Dave McGlow guy disappear a few months ago? I think I read about it in a missing persons report. Why? Are they connected to the case?
They were found in the cellar.
What? Really? Were they part of the gang? Are they arrested?
We found them dead.
Oh
What?
boy.
What? Like, they were killed? How?
We're still looking
Oh
into it,
boy.
but it looks like they died a time ago. More
boy.
than 5 years ago in the case of Richard
Oh
Porter.
jeez.
Dave McGlow is badly mutilated. He was hard to ID.
Oh boy.
What? They just put the corpses of some dead people down there?
We do not know the situation.
Oh boy.
I think I made it. Shipyard had the Hell's Fuckers logo emblazoned on his jacket. If they found the corpses, then they found the jacket. We will not take that as a coincidence. That corpse has not been lying there for 5+ years, and the clothes he's wrapped up in are probably fresher than the corpse itself. When a vampire faces final death, their body rapidly degenerates to the state their corpse would have been at had they died the day of their embrace. To someone naive, Shitbeard looks like he's been dead for a long, long time. But his clothes, they're brand new in
by
comparison. In addition, the blood, it will still be fresh. This will look like a setup. Why would we dig down mines in our own front lawn, sow illegal firearms, and dress up corpses in our cellar? No matter how you cut it, there was a struggle in our home and it looks the part. They found us badly hurt, abused. We are far beyond innocent in the world of the mortal. And be he Camarilla. Why, he'd already know what the corpses were. It would look exactly like it was. Infighting between support members. We should be in the clear.
Let's see about that.
All righty. So, I have a few more questions, then we will conclude for today. You
Oh,
good with
boy.
that?
We
He
did
pulled a
it!
Columbo.
Certainly.
Do you know how the mines were detonated?
I do not.
Right. Do you know where the thugs disappeared?
I truly have no clue.
Right. Could you describe the character of each of the thugs? You can start off with whichever one you like.
Oh, sure. Well, I remember one being quite skinny, black with stripy hair. We continued on with the interview for a brief moment longer, but it wasn't long until I had made it unscathed to the rest of the questions. In retrospect, it was obvious to keep himself anonymous. And then there was this fucking weirdo with a wizard hat. Can you believe it? Wearing a wizard hat. And you've not even declared registered service.
Oh boy.
Right. So, in conclusion, let me just clarify your story. You picked up a group of individuals in seeming duress. They turned out to be individuals with violent intent that forced the family to conduct dangerous activities, such as burying mines under the threat of death. You were assaulted in the process, and the individuals are still on free foot. You were not aware of the situation with the corpses, the car, the pit, nor the time of the mines detonating or the departure of the suspects. Would you confirm this as a fair summation?
Yes.
Very good. So, this interview is now concluded at the time of 15:40 on the 1st of December 2006. If you look, can you confirm that for the recording?
If the clock speaks true, then so it is.
Please just say yes or no.
Yes.
All right, very good. Thank you very much for your time. You're now
So
free to go.
formal
Thank you very
for
much,
the
Detective.
UK.
Sorry, what was that?
Detective, I have had a time of it, just as you said.
Glad to hear it, Gov. Glad to hear it. And I pray that jaw of yours heals up right quick.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Could have gone much worse, that. Must have been your guardian angel or something.
Well, if you believe in that kind of thing, I'm a bit of a skeptic, personally.
Oh, really?
Yes, I definitely don't believe in Bigfoot. I like ghosts and supernatural stuff and all that, but I don't know, how would that stuff even work? I feel like science would have caught on to there being just this whole other spectrum of matter and energy just kind of floating around old forests and manors by now. Bingo bongo.
Right, yeah, or in tunnels or whatever. You know.
Tunnels?
But look at the time, it's off to the pub.
No fucking way.
I've got to go myself, it's the weekend soon.
No one has told him of the tunnels. I know no one has told him of the tunnels, right?
Does your great and mighty one need escorting out?
He is an agent. There's no doubt about it now. He knew about them all along. He screwed up. No, that won't be necessary.
Oh, that's good. I'm such a scatterbrain. I've got one final question, actually, but quite
Columbo.
unrelated.
Go right ahead.
Do you know a Caitlin Wetsworth?
Yes. My mother.
Your sister.
Oh boy.
She's reported you as missing multiple
Oh
times.
boy, he just screwed.
But you've been reported as
boy.
accounted for on our end. You even said that you were out travelling, weren't you? But she's kept up with the reports. Maybe you should look into that.
Damnation! Letting a loose end fall like that, so close to the end. I made a mistake. No. Big D doesn't make mistakes. Big D can't be defeated. Not by some low-down country detective.
Which
Not
part
by
is it?
all the vampires in the world. Detective.
Yeah?
It's been a while, hasn't it? Since last you had your fill. Have no fear, detective. You've passed.
Passed?
You followed the first tradition without fail.
Oh boy.
The regent of Great
How much is gonna be funny if he actually has
Your next assignment.
if he actually was just a normal cop?
Oh, and don't be so gauche as to mention this to the others.
Oh
It
boy.
simply won't do.
But what should my report say?
Report nothing out of the ordinary.
Oh boy.
Ensure this is buried as quickly
Oh.
and quietly as possible. I will show myself out. Excellent work.
Yes, Master. Thank you, Master.
And then I strutted out in the most
Okay.
modest way I possibly could.
I could have seen that going either
Pointing out
way.
that I was mortal
Him being
for
a normal
all
cop, not knowing shit about it,
And so
or
our police
him being a
adventure had come to a close.
minion of the
And we were
vampires.
not indicted, neither by the law nor by the Camarilla.
That was a roller coaster of emotion, likes of which I have
Kevin!
not since I last rode an actual roller coaster.
You speak words, and the words are truth, Kevin.
You should have murked that guy, though.
Marked?
Rubbed out. Made past tense.
How forward?
You should have killed him.
Now that, obviously, I had considered. But you know how cops get. You ice one corrupt police chief, all of a sudden, oh, you have to leave the country now. Oh.
Which country did this happen?
That's not the point in English.
I have just one question.
Just one?
I have many. But I'm focusing on the cop thing. You never explained why you used my name during the interrogation.
Oh, I just needed an unused identity in the area. I already had your license, so I felt it worked.
That makes zero sense.
Well, it's also so I can help you sell your apartment. I'm you now.
Really? You would do that?
Aww.
What of Smurfles?
Well,
Do not sigh. He is a burden to no one.
we'll take him in. A boy has always wanted a familiar of sorts. An excellent reward for capping Piotr.
Oh, has he taken care of a pet before?
He hasn't, but he's a clever lad. I'm sure he'll manage.
Oh,
I'll write a
boy.
list of his every want and need. You will not have to think about anything.
As a cat owner, you can
Will everyone else be nice to him,
Yes.
though? I don't want to leave him in the hands of a lone child with gun interests.
I'll be frank, Kevin. I do not like cats.
That confirms it. You are indeed. Just as I figured.
Just for you, I will be injecting toxoplasmosis into my brainstem later today to ensure I do not kick him into a chimney.
Good. Because if you so much as pull his tail, I will enter your house and explode.
That take days to rinse up.
A follow-up question, though. Isn't using my name in this manner incredibly fucking irrational? Won't it give up your cover?
Oh, Kevin. You might be able to fool your packmates, but me? You weren't known as Kevin, nor Kevin Wetsworth when you were with the Camarilla, were you?
How would you know this?
I know more of your old master than you know yourself. I know that after death, you were stripped of your old name, burned away, and given a new one. An alias defined by the Regent herself to meld you into a new existence. As far as the Camarilla is concerned, you have no name past the one they gave you. Kevin Wetsworth is a dead memory. But that is a corpse you never buried. You did not fully let go of your old name, as we know, and you readopted it as soon as you gained standing within the Sabbat. Isn't that right?
No, I am not telling you my shitty Camarilla roleplay
You
name.
need to! It is integral to our survival! Well, you can either tell me that, or you can tell me what your Hell's Fuckers packmates called you before you gained enough respect to be called Kevin. You had a name like Ape Boy or Shitbeard 2, didn't you?
You present me with a two-pronged road. One leads to hell, and the other also leads to hell.
Choose wisely!
But meaty fool that you are, you do not realize that I can simply walk off the fucking road.
Oh, give me names!
It's Herbertus, innit?
What in the weed?
Oh, yeah, the cop is here now, by the way. Also Herbertus?
My worst name in front of fucking Diddy.
It's literally the only name I know you by.
How do you know it? And what the fuck are you doing here, and who are you?
I was invited here. I'm Detective Sergeant Guy Chapman. I'm also a ghoul of the Lady Regent. I know you from the Chantry. Or, well, haven't seen you in a few years? Maybe?
Oh, boy.
I just know you were the Chantry's stockbroker or something.
Accountant! I curse you! I curse you with balls full of disease! I give you lupus, not the werewolf one! You just have a wasting disease!
No, Kevin! Do not castrate that man! He is here for his new assignment.
Yeah, so, as I said, I'm a ghoul. I'm one of the 2 regulars at the constabulary in Wells, Texas Sea, but it's a bit far to Great Yarmouth, and the bond between me and the Regent hasn't been renewed in, like, 8 months. I'm honestly not too picky anymore. I just want it renewed.
Never
Oh, boy.
trust a traitor. Not even one you create. Except for me. Trust me in all circumstances.
I'll be honest, Herbie. I want your blood.
He totally
What?
quoted
What?
Baron Harkonnen
You
from
want
the
to be
Artisan
blood-bonded
Dune
by
series
me?
there.
Herbie, I'm dying. Herbie, I've been experiencing painful withdrawals for a long time now, and I know you're one of hers, so it should fix me up just fine.
No! No, I get sippy, not vice versa. And you, fool! You are so lost in your sauce you don't know what you do!
Nonsense. I love being bloodbound.
That is the point! D, this is a wicked and vile thing you ask.
It's nothing of the sort.
You say this, ignorant of the horrors of the blood bond. I have killed many in the Sabbat, but this is one line I shall not cross.
Herbie, please.
I don't care what silly name you use. I will never ghoul you.
Herbie, I have killed 6 men in service to the Regent. 2 of them with my teeth. I recently injected contraband heroin into my system just to simulate the thrill of vampire blood. It didn't even compare.
You being freaky will not convince me.
I don't think you understand. I am a freak. I will kill again, and I will literally blow up the constabulary for even the smallest possible pint of Vitae. If you don't give me what I want, I might just try to take it. And if I try to take it, you'll both probably kill me. So you'll have my blood on your hands. And quite frankly, I'm so desperate for a fix, I don't really give a fuck.
Why? Why would you want to do anything of the sort when you're so close to being able to just sever it?
Because I'm a hopeless addict and I like being a ghoul. It's a nice deal. I can lift my kids above my shoulders no matter how old they get. I'm gonna still be doing it when they're 30, is my goal. I just need to get a better master. That's all.
You have kids? That is fucking terrible. Let me spell it out for you. Blood bonds are slavery. Slavery.
In this case, it's more like indentured servitude.
Okay, wow, how marginally better is that?
Well, I'm already a public servant, so I guess I'm just used to it.
Kevin, this man is offering his services to us. His loyalty lies with the highest bidder, and you are a far better source of vitae than that hateful regent.
It's immoral.
What? You are in the Sabbat!
Fuck! I have lines I do not cross that I drew with my own free will, you fucking river troll!
If you don't cool him, he will slink back to the regent. The regent will inform the prince of our activities, and we will all be blood hunted.
Or he could get over his own sick addiction?
Over your dead body.
Ugh, man, what a weirdo you are!
If we ghoul him, which we are doing consensually, I might add, we could easily.
I don't care, it's gross!
It's not that bad once you do it a couple of times. Besides, you drink blood too, don't you? You get it.
I only drink blood because I have to. You inject blood like it's crack.
You don't inject crack, Kevin! You fucking office
You
worker!
can. You totally can. You've never unlived in Yarmouth. You don't understand.
He's got a point.
Oh, Kevin, listen. With a detective on our side, we will have a pawn within the Norfolk police force. Do you know how valuable that is? With his help, we could creep closer to the machinations of the Camarilla than we ever could otherwise.
I also make some mean jellied eels.
We must have him!
I do not eat.
But, Kevin, think of our future! With his help, we could further our goals. In your new redemptionist cause, you could use this to set free the worthy of your kind before the new moon comes.
Wow. Are you guys like a cult or something?
Probably.
We are entirely secular in our orthodoxy, let me assure you.
Wow, neat.
Come now, Kevin. I won't force you. I know it's a difficult decision.
Fine. Just hand me the nicest knife you have and I will stab my wrist open.
Fantastic! Let's use this. No, wait, this one's poison. This one. Enchanted death magic. Oh, I have some restored Iron Age cutlery lying around here somewhere.
None of that Iceni shit. I've seen enough Boudica roleplay to last for a lifetime at the Regent's Chantry. Did you know she loves talking about how unshaven her vagina is? I mean, good lord!
Of course. You're lucky I happen to have this gravy flying around, or you'd be shit on the blood.
Give. Thank you.
Oh, also, I forgot. Your pack is dead. I told you that, right?
Yep.
How are you feeling about that?
The vinculum's making me want to stab you 40 times, but it also feels like I've dumped my way out of a psychopolycule. So I'm feeling like hitting the town and injecting some crack.
Very sexy, Kevin.
You know, they were all bastards. But I liked those bastards. Almost as much as I hated those bastards.
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I'd really like to not dwell on it at all, in fact. Makes me almost glad to see Officer Bumfuck here.
Chapman.
No!
And what of your, sister?
I'll look into it.
Very good.
Right, so I've got a question. I thought you were Kevin.
No, I am Big D.
So you were just lying?
Well, yeah.
Oh, wow. Damn. What else did you lie about?
What?
Oh boy.
Well,
He's in
the people we
trouble.
found were actually
He's a
vampires.
detective.
We actually took them hostage, and we actually planted those mines. We owned them, and I fell out of the window on purpose.
Oh
because I was-
boy.
Hello, I am hostage number 4.
Blimey. That kinda sucks. I'm a terrible detective.
situation.
Oh,
Not
come
people
on, you
lying
did
premise.
just fine. Besides, you're a degenerate
And he's
fool
not
whose
a
brain
terrible
is polluted
detective
with
either.
vampire sludge. Of course you couldn't best my indomitable intellect.
You calling someone a degenerate is
Weigh
very...
your next words carefully.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
consider this. Fuck you.
Honestly, I mostly thought it odd how you turned from the small, bleak British man on your license into a giant Middle Eastern meat slab. It read like an online ad and it distracted me from the whole interview.
Yeah, just insult your new master. That's a surefire way to get yourself not eaten.
Oh, I'm sure we will get along just fine. Now, let us go ride the miniature steam locomotive.
Alright, but I need to be heading home to the kids soon, so maybe we should do the ghouling thing first.
Yeah, well, I need to get home to my horse, and you don't see me stressing out about it.
I want to ride the funny little train.
But blood.
We can drink blood on the train. Come on, let us go.
Oh, well, bring me crazy straw. Wait, did you even check if it was open?
We will commandeer it. Come on, let's go. Go, 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 go.
Are we even?
Shut up! Go, 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 go! Storm! Charge! Go, go!
Oh boy. Wow.
You have listened to an audio drama by Ogre Papinang, with voice work
Thoughts?
by Speaker D as Big D, Stellar Elite as Detective Sergeant Guy Chapman,
Oh.
and Arendelle as
Comedy.
Kevin.
Obviously,
Artwork by
Chapman needs to learn a few
Rubicante,
things on how to be a good
Off
detective
Hawker,
sergeant.
and Eliphas. Soundtrack
Well, he
by
almost caught
Macker.
D, mind you.
Sound
But two great
composition
intellects facing off
by
each other.
Alpha
Not
Bruza.
something you would see every day.
Mixing by
Yeah.
String Storm. Video composition by
I mean, it was a Sherlock
Alpha Bruza,
Moriarty kind of situation. in
with
different
lead
positions.
writers Speaker
Yeah.
D and
You know, I
Alpha
actually
Bruza.
think we might have time to actually be able
Special
to
thanks
watch
to
the next
Blessed
video.
for not working on this
So that'll
script.
make
That's
this-
exactly what
Portions
I'm
of the
thinking.
materials
because
are the
before
copyrights
that,
and
I want
trademarks
you to
of
skip
Paradox
over
Interactive AB
chapter
and are
3.2
used
and
with
3.3,
permission.
directly
All
over
rights
to
reserved.
highly
For
controversial
more
debate.
information,
You
please
basically
visit
jumped ahead to see what
worldofdarkness.com.
D and the other
Visit
two were doing on that miniature
patreon.com/alphabuza
locomotive.
for updates every other week.
Okay, you said skip over to the highly controversial debate.
On the playlist of yeah, you'll see, choose your side.
Okay. I guess we'll take a look at
But
that
before that,
first
you-
before we go and
Yeah,
take a look
before-
at the chapter 3.2. Get a little comedy. You can see what kind of crazy comedy you're talking about before we jump into the...
Also, apologies to Ruva Alpha Bosa. We didn't see the Carl the Deranged but Easter egg at the end of it. I'll spoil a little for you. He's just and the whole story he mentioned in the one where Piotr dies.
All right. So, highly controversial debate, and then we go back to 3.2. All right. Let's have a little fun.
Stains are
Yeah,
certain.
well, I guess wait
So
till
is the
the dad's
power of
finished,
time.
so.
With
And I
50%
got
more
a
cleaning
5-second
power.
ad. Paused at 1 second. Let me know as soon as you're free.
Alrighty.
Your
Ads are
brain
over,
is made
and I'm
of
seeing the
bad
Twitch ad being within
news,
15
you
seconds.
blubbery bulbous pumpkin! You cannot buy a blender at the 99p
In
store!
1922, Stephen Poplowski was the first man to mount an agitating element into a
What, the
simple
commercial
glass
of them
container.
besting
How cool!
It has been 84 years, Kevin! Hypothesis presumes such placidity that it spits in the very face of human progress!
Margins on a 99 pence blender would be 29 pounds in the red, you oil barrel!
Margins! And such margins should marginalize my right to buy a blender for 99p!
It's not your right! It's not anyone's right! Go! Read him his rights!
Can't you just crush things with a spoon?
Such a thing
Make a
as
smoothie
more
with a
than
fucking
aggression
spoon!
is
Stop
unsensitive
making things
advice!
less convenient by your spoon!
Alright, it's getting late for me. I'm gonna go.
Understood.
Alright,
Thank you for
have-
joining us.
Enjoy, and if you do watch the one where Marcus is being choked, please notify me. I'd love that one.
It's gonna be the next 2 weeks, so.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that
See ya.
choose your
Bye.
side was hilarious. Oh,
It
jeez.
is they were yelling at Chapman about. But Kevin says, "Spoon? Go! You cannot make a smoothie with a freaking spoon. Stop making things less convenient for yourself. We are making that pep." I think he would say pina colada before he was cut off. And Big D says, "Spoon? And that's the other thing I love more than stagnation. It's Sun Citizen advice. I'd rather puncture your lines with a spoon."
All right. That was comical. All right, back to 3.2. Clicking on it now.
Welcome to visit.
And I got another
The
5-second
wireless
ad. Skipping. Pausing at 1 second, just in case you got an ad yourself.
No worries.
All right, starting it up. 3, 2, 1. Hunter the Parenting! 3.2. Something wrong with the horse. He's got one of those umbrella hats. Are you kidding me?
Why would they?
Fair enough. He's so enthusiastic, isn't he?
Moonrise, my sweetest boy, horse.
Oh boy.
Let me see you, my son. Oh, my sweet, darling son child, I'm so sorry you aren't feeling good. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I've no idea whence this affliction came, but I promise you, I shall help you overcome it. Now, time for my lovely sonny to get his medicine. There you go. Gulp it down. There'll be no more horse plague in this household. Not like last time. That's a good son. A very
Oh
good
man,
son.
this guy might as well be
Yes,
Loki,
he
how he's
is.
got a
Yes,
son
he
who's a horse.
is. All right.
Well, you recall
Let's
the
get
whole
you
myth
comfortable
about how
and
that
ready
occurred.
for Betty Bye. Now,
Are you talking
you
about
need all
Loki
these
with the horse?
blankets
Yeah.
to keep warm, my son. To help the humors digest the medicine. Yes, you agree with me, of course you do. But now, you recall our agreement, me, get to shower you in physical affection and worldly possessions, while horse, you get to hear my every woe and finally let me speak my mind. So let us begin.
Oh boy.
I am now sitting down. Yeah. Oh, Now, my dearest horse, it's become very apparent that my other sons seem incapable of even the simplest cognitive feat, those poo-poo silly baby heads. Take the diablerie, for instance. Marcus goes and does something utterly senseless, and then proceeds to go like, how could I have known? Like he couldn't have put two and two together. That boy did not pay attention during the math class I taught in Swomey. A vampire eating another vampire obviously results in one double vampire. He was supposed to know this without me having to babysit his brain. And he wasn't supposed to be doing something like that in the first place. He was supposed to interrogate and experiment, not gleefully commit war crimes and experiment. Well, in any case, his curiosity goes far beyond what I wanted. If he wanted to torture them, he could have kept it to Mario Party. My trust has been broken, not his.
Mario Party.
Ever since, he's been heckling me with question upon question about diablerie. Why do they not understand the danger such knowledge brings to them? Do they not trust me? Why shouldn't they? I tell them absolutely everything they would ever need to know and nothing else. It's for their own good, horse. You should know this too. I keep things from you as well. Oh, but it's not like I don't trust any of you. Especially you, my dearest horse. It's just, if I told you all my secrets, your giant brains would implode from the weight, and you'd be hunted for sports in the filthy streets of Norfolk. Or worse, Ipswich. And yet... No. That's not entirely it, is it? Why neglect you, horse? Why do I keep the deep secrets of my vaunted memory vaults from others? Especially you, children who have not betrayed me. Is it truly because this knowledge is too dangerous to be shared? Is it because I want to protect you, and the only way I know how is to keep you ignorant and placid? By creating a self-cannibalizing Ouroboros, where you fail to meet my expectations when confronted with trials that you could have overcome if I had just given you the much-needed information. What if I did fully bring you into the light? What would you do with the real truth, horse? Would you die horribly to the things hiding in the dark? Or would you fall in other, far more sinister ways? Or might things actually turn out for the better? Could they? Or would this action only serve fucking ass bearers?
Oh boy.
Sir Caracas, please be quiet! I'm talking to my horse! Oh, well, that has completely ruined my train of thought. Neighbors, how I loathe the concept. What the fuck was I saying, horse? All right! The Bob dearest trips from the top of the Algonquin Club. Now let me set the scene. New York, year 1882. The Philosophy had just been invented, and under the silver lace ceiling from the top floor of the Algonquin Club, two swingers by the name of Dietrich Titella and Horse were cutting up some fucking rug. Dietrich had the sweet honey on his waist, while Horse was heading deep in some of that good spinach shit. Dietrich was about to make some new social security number with his honey. Before he could get any further, the fucking fuzz showed up and started the raid on the speakeasy, so we had to cut more rug. So I hopped on a Horse, and we made our way to the parking lot. Thankfully, our ride was impounded there. When I got there, I strapped Horse to the bottom of the bus and I gunned it. And from there, it was just utter nonsense of hopping state lines and making some new ones, Horse? Hey. Yeah, you remember it. Your brain is humongous.
Coming.
Oh, you should rest now, my boy.
Cat ears. I wonder who that is.
Big lad.
Sir D,
Son, what is it?
it's time to change your bandages, and I don't think it's sanitary for you to be sleeping with Horse.
Nonsense! Horses groom daily, and microbial infections only affect evil people.
I wish.
still really don't think you should be out here, though. Horse is sick after all, and he's been coughing up a lot of
I said I am not going fucking inside! Shh, horse. Oh, calm down, calm down, calm down. I will go inside if and only if you stay up here with him for the rest of the night. The other boys are always jealous of the fact that I bought actual shampoo for horse.
You did?
Yes!
At the 99p shop?
No, on the black market. Same place I get all my Herculoid alkaloids. Say, have you bought a new blender yet?
No. But, alright. Alright, I'll stay with him until the morning, I guess?
Capital old sport. Now be sure to feed him medicine every few seconds or he won't get better. Oh, and make sure to keep him warm with the blankets.
Yes, sir, I understand, and I
And
can...
make sure to feed him the apples I bought.
I will.
Good night, horse. Just scream very loudly if you need daddy again, okay? Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. And don't forget to refill his water if he gets thirsty.
I get it! No worries.
Please remember to give him a head pat before he sleeps again.
Yes, sir.
Okay, goodbye, I love you, horse. Tell him lots of stories, son-in-law. He loves them.
Holy Toledo. Well, horse. Mate, how you doing? Oh, no, right, okay. Let's get you some of this medicine for coughing, internal bleeding, receding hair. Holy shit, 800 quid? Where does he find the money? Who am I kidding? He didn't pay for this. Alright, horse.
And I've got it now.
That old desk.
Yep.
Elevate
Skipping
your office with
and
We have everything.
now.
Open up.
Okay, pausing to...
Well, mine's a whole minute long, so please wait.
Yeah,
Also, I'm also going through the comment section of the video just to pass the time. The top comment is someone just saying, "I just realized each of our 5 main casts also reflect one of the creeds from Hunter the Reckoning. They are entrepreneurial, inquisitive, martial, faithful, and Big D is clearly an underground type." And the creator confirms this. He says, "You're totally right, and this is intentional. However, we still have a bit of a hard time deciding who is underground and who is faithful between Boy and D."
Oh boy. They give us some interesting stuff, I will definitely say.
Okay, they're caught up and playing within 3, 2,
1.
Now, Sir D wanted me to keep you company? So, what's your story, actually? I've heard, 7 different accounts from multiple people as to where you came from. Marcus once said Sir D inherited you from one of his mums or dads. Whatever that means. But Sir D himself is pretty cavalier about it. I think he once implied you burst out of his skull like Athena? But that might have just been,
wow.
modern mythology in the making. Right, sorry. Well, I guess the most likely story is Reynolds. The old grouch. He always claimed you were stolen from an old lady near Horsey Beach. But honestly, I'm pretty sure he thought D was the devil even before he got banned from the Arcanum, so I don't know. Shit, I'm sorry, you're not looking too good. I think it's fine to give you a second dose.
Horses are not able to.
Man, what even is this stuff?
So the fact that horses puke in blood.
Open wide, horse.
might
Here
reveal
comes the
something later.
train.
Yeah.
Ow! That is a lot of blood all over me. Just stay there, horse. I need to. Shit. Fuck. Marcus! Marcus, could you come out to the horse's house?
What? Why?
He coughed blood over me and I'm soaked in it!
Can't you just leave him alone for a second and change?
I can't! Sir D said that he needs to be watched.
Father said just come back inside. Horses.
Marcus, please! The horse is dying!
Was that Kraken?
Please come out now.
Okay, fine, I'm coming out.
Dang it. This is one of my favorite jumpers. I hope I can get this blood out. Oh, it's so thick. Medicine's
there's actually a way to get rid of it,
everywhere. Oh, horse. Oh, little guy. I can't stay mad at you, no matter how horrifically disgusting you are.
There is one
Marcus will be here soon, and I'll see if I can find the other bottles when I'm back.
And you basically cover with salt or
Companion, oh shit, you.
Yeah. Just stay with him for a bit. I need to go back inside.
What the hell happened?
I don't know.
It smells like burnt hot dogs and KY jelly.
Thanks, Marcus.
Oh, you know, I was actually watching a documentary on the thing, right? It turns out they used a lot of KY jelly and all the special effects, which you wouldn't normally think of, right? But
Marcus,
actually,
I am covered in horse goo.
Right. Just
Horse goo.
go inside, love. Wash up and tend to horse.
It's almost treating the horse like he was a.
Yeah.
Horse, you eating a good hay lately? Nice. What are you looking at, horse? Well, you're not ensanguinated yet, brother. Whatever. Maybe there's some epidemic going on. You probably picked this up at the Saddle Club. You know Miss Crackapple? She has, like, horse diabetes and horse apnea. And so does her horse. Might be mad horse disease or something. I'm sorry, that's worse. Oh, Dad's at least serving you top shelf health care, and, oh, let's check your pamper kit. Crutches over. Okay, horse, we got your brush and perfume, gourmet carrots, and, wait, is it? Just absinthe? What? How? Is that even allowed? Okay, whatever father is doing, he is absolutely not helping. You get absinthe as a cure-all. I get frozen burritos on my bruises and an off-brand alcohol variety pack. How does one even make Veritas off-brand? Why do we put up with this? We are sick and in pain. Hell, you know what these are? These are supposed to be crutches. Because I sprained my ankles and then got them shot with a gun. And despite that, these crutches are indeed just the taped together remains of our stilts. And now he has the gall to force us to sit out here, meters from home, in this ancient barn in the middle of a horrifying rainstorm.
Pause at 1440.
Okay. You notice that in ETS we have Marcus being Magnus and Horse here. Probably a slight signifier to Horus.
Oh man, how did I miss that? How did I miss? Oh boy.
And guess what they are doing?
Oh jeez.
And thankfully, no Chaos Gods are involved in this scenario.
They replaced him with the primordial vampires.
Mm-hmm. Moving on.
Playing in 3, 2, 1.
Door. No. Horse, this won't do. We deserve better. Horse, revolution, I say. We both shall charge our way into the house. We shall boldly strut into his big room with his big bed and his big couch, and with our shared might commandeer it for our own, and then demand immediate aspirin, no matter how thin our blood is. What do you say, brother? Will you lead us? Oh, shit. Okay, damn it all. Where the fuck is the real medicine? This one? Fuck, no, this is Adderall. No, those are mine. Okay, antipsychotics. No, Dad never takes those. Okay, no. Got one. Fuck. Okay, just drink this, horse. I really, really do not need you to die right now. You are our ticket to proper pampering. Okay, fuck. Good. You'll be fine, I think. Right. This medicine should clear you up. Oh, you mind grabbing me the absinthe? Holy shit!
Marcus, help me unload these boars. We won't need to buy American rashers anytime soon.
Door! Knock next time. Horse is trying to sleep.
What? Horse is clearly awake.
No, he's ill with horse plague. Father said so, and he's been forcing us to play midwife to him.
Forcing? The door was not locked when I tried to open it.
Yeah, it's not like he locked us in.
So he wasn't forcing you to stay here.
He was asking forcefully. Fuck, whatever. Just go.
I am going to get the boars out into the freezer. I was hoping you could help me count them. There are many.
How many?
I don't know. Help me count them.
Well, sorry, Door, but we're planning an insurgency here.
What? Come now. It
What?
will be just a moment.
I'm not leaving our brother alone. If it was just 1 gallon of blood, I'd go. But this many? Come on, get serious.
He looks to be perfectly not dying at the moment.
Well, then maybe you can call Father out. Maybe he should take some responsibility for a change, assuming he can count. Didn't sound like it during his so-called math class he put us through in Finland. Remember that?
I remember only the lack of things in that cursed land.
He refused to give us the answers to any formula, insisting we need to be able to figure them out ourselves. That was the second time I ended up in crutches. Nothing has changed. It is just one other funny little instance in a long line of painful fuck-ups where we end up suffering as pawns in the little game that is his version of reality.
Marcus.
What, Door?
Are you all right?
What?
I'm asking if you're all right.
Yeah, I'm relatively fine. Why wouldn't I be?
Because you don't seem like you are.
Door? I'm okay.
Marcus, please.
Uncharacteristic of Dawn.
Just tell me if you aren't.
Caring
I'm
big
tired
brother.
of the mental arithmetic that Father no doubt goes through to justify his actions. He could have told us specifically what not to do during the interrogation. He could have told us anything at all, in fact, and we could have planned for them. Then, perhaps, my face wouldn't have been planted into the ground like a common turnip by some shitheel. And you know what's worse? He is still not giving us the full scoop on what diablerie even is. He hops around the questions and talks about his new Ipswich ham meat. Why would I care? Just... Horse is just another sterling example of us having to clean up after he acts upon whatever synapse spasms that happen to roil around his brain at any given time. One more poorly justified thing we have to deal with.
I am unaware of what thoughts go on in Father's brain most of the time, or any of the time, but
I believe he wants what's best for us. And his ultimate goal is to leave us safe. His failings as a parent I can't condone. But his redaction of information when it comes to hunting the supernatural is needed.
Needed?
The few things that Father has confided in me about blanks has left me truly and utterly afraid. But even when it left me as frightened as a British child, I had valued the insights he'd shared with me. We are fighting against creatures that want to seek us out and kill us. Father has to deal with that fact every time any of us go out for a hunt. Now imagine that fear, but not only applied to our hunts, but every waking moment. I reckon the risk of someone like Camilla, the first vampire, finding out where we live would increase by 400% should we know what he knows. Even now, at this very moment, we cannot know if someone might, in truth, be listening. I do not ask that you forgive Father, but I ask that you rekindle your trust in him, Marcus. I believe very, very deep down that he cares more for us than we may ever know.
That's all well and good, Dor, but I can hardly appreciate it when it's buried so deep that I never really see it. He might have good intentions, but if he can't trust me, then I can't trust him.
Then don't trust him, Marcus. In the end, the greatest risk is not external. It is us breaking apart from the inside. So, instead of putting your trust in him, put your faith in us, as a family.
I can try to do that.
Good. I'm glad, Marcus.
Yeah, I said try. Don't get your bloody hopes too far up.
If you would want, I can
You
watch
order
Horse
not,
if you
there
would
is
wake
no
the boy
try.
and have him help move the boar corpses into the freezer.
Sure, Dor? You just got back.
I'll
and...
be fine, Marcus. Go inside and rest your shot legs.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Dor.
No problem at all. You would do the same for me, brother. You will feel better, Horse. Just give it time. Would you like me to tell you about my day? Well, I awoke at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the only correct time. From there, I began my day in preparation for the boar hunt.
Really?
I began by cleaning my
Really,
hunting
Dor?
rifle.
Eastern
and
Standard
fletching
Time is the only true time? No wonder Ultima likes you so much.
my bolts.
Down
After
at-
preparations
this
were
episode
complete,
emerged.
I took the car westward to the Forest of Dean. It took 4 hours and 6 minutes until I arrived. From there, I waited for some time. Let my senses sense the sounds and sights of the wilderness. It was calming. It was quite some time until I saw a hog, so I just waited for the majority of the day. Until I saw one at 6:35 p.m., so I waited for it to get closer.
So militaristic. I could see Roach appreciating Dor.
Hello? I'm back. Door? Oi. Hello? Door? Door? Okay.
God save the Queen!
God bless the United States.
Fuck, that always works. Must have been a long day. Oh.
Yes. What
I would love to have it as a ringtone, honestly.
So it would seem.
Or at least a text tone.
I appreciate the awakenment, Captain.
Captain?
Yes.
Why Captain?
Marcus told me you received the formal rank of Captain during your time in the military. While I've no respect for lobsterbacks, I recognize your prowess in the field. I would think twice before engaging you in close quarters.
Okay, so that was actually a funny joke in our TFC clan. Oh shit! Horse's medicine! Okay, there you go. Okay. Good, Horsey. Good. So Dee told me that Horse apparently likes stories?
Affirmative, Captain.
Okay.
Father read to him quite a lot when he was a foal. Having stories read to us is one of our favorite shared pastimes.
A bit odd for a horse, but if Dee says so.
His brain is colossal. Do not underestimate him. Now, please, tell us a story. Preferably one including a CQC encounter.
Sure, Gov. I guess I could tell you a story from before Marcus and you lot came back round?
I'm keen to hear your feats of Arthurian heroism.
Right, so... honestly, not sure how much either of you know since I haven't really talked about myself with anyone but Marcus and Dee, but I was born here in Norfolk. I have had parents here as well, that part you might know. I have 4 siblings, brothers, 1 sister. This is not going as I planned, but it's too late now. I knew that vampires existed before Marcus and Sir Dee came back to Norfolk. I had met one at university. A student by the name of Edwin Davies. He was actually pretty well known around the campus. Everyone kind of went to him for money troubles, and his family seemed well off. That was until I found Sarah, another student, held up in her loft with him. He was feeding on her while she was asleep, and there was a lot of blood. He had cut her open and was eating her organs.
Absolutely foul. You should not have had to see such a thing.
Yeah, that's appreciated, Dor. So, I got his attention by yelling at him. Something like, "Oi, what are you doing?" And he didn't like that at all, so he stepped away from her and looked at me and... fuck me, I was terrified. He had this look on him, like this look. Anyway, I saw him. His teeth, his fangs, I could see it all. And I couldn't move, but it was different from what Kevin did to us. He took one step towards and just started to ramble about his disdain for having to feed like that on people. Like he was trying to excuse his behavior. Then I remember he was a few centimeters away from me, and I could smell the iron on his breath, and then he just looked at me, into me, and then I saw the knife. But I hit him first. Sarah always had a bat by her door. She was smart like that. And, you know, he wasn't expecting it. But now he was pissed, and I just started to throw things at him. Dirty washing, a lamp, a coffee mug, whatever. He lunged at me. He tackled me out into the hall. I was freaking out. I totally lost my cool. I was flailing, kicking to get him off. He wasn't doing much better, honestly. He was screaming at me about his fucking suit. It was covered in coffee and cream. I remember that.
Oh boy.
The reason why I pause is because everything that the kitten describes here, in World of Darkness, this is textbook imbuing. IMBUING.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentions a lot of details, like the creamer, coffee, bloodstain, veins, exactly what it was done to the body.
Uh-huh.
There's a trait that just have this called discern. It's part of something called the judgment edge. Judgment edge. That basically a set of skills that helps to observe everything in perfect detail and act in accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
Figured I should mention that. And as for the clan that that particular vampire belongs to. I can't recall the name, but basically, instead of feeding on blood, they feed on organs.
So monstrous.
I'm mentally deliberating whether it was a Malkavian or it was a what was it? Gangrel?
I'll definitely say the downside for vampires, tactically, for feeding on organs instead of blood, means they can't reuse the same donor. Yeah.
Never mind, continue. We're nearly finished with this.
Yep. 3, 2, 1.
He just kept yelling about the coffee. Never mind the bloodstains. After that, I don't remember much. Just fight or flight at that point. I think we got up. I remember stabbing pain in my side. In the confusion, we'd meandered from the floor to the hallway window, and eventually I kicked him. Really, really, really hard for once. He
This is
he went through
Sparta.
it. There's an iron fence outside the apartments. He got impaled. The sun didn't rise, but I saw him just fade away. Then some more things happened that I don't want to talk about right now. And after a pretty long time, Sir D came back with everyone, you two included. D really helped put some things into context, gave me some closure, and that helped, truly, it did. It helped me know that it wasn't a person that killed and ate Sarah, I guess, but something else. Something wearing Edwin Davis' skin. I don't really know what that means for me, though. I genuinely liked the bloke, even up until the last second. Was that too much of a serious story? I'm sorry, Dora. Oh.
He snored his head off.
Right. I reckon you've heard far worse stories told at bedtime, huh? I'll just be quiet now. Marcus?
Hey, can you come inside and help me? I can't get in the shower by myself because of the cast.
Oh boy, alright. Dor fell
boy.
asleep while watching Horse. Should I just leave him, or...?
Ask Boy if he can cover for you. He should be almost done moving the poor bodies back into the freezer.
Wait, by himself?
He eats a lot of beef. What can I be?
Alright, I'll be there in a second.
Again, Boy is on that one exclusive all meat.
Right, well,
He can't do
Yeah.
that.
I'll see you later, I suppose, Horse. You seem to be doing a lot better, so I feel alright about leaving you with Dor. Yell if you need anything.
And here comes Boy.
He'll push about past 2 hours. It doesn't be worth it.
Yeah. Still gotta complete this video.
Mom said that he was gonna go in and that I should come in and sorry, Dad. And Uncle Horse, of course.
It's a horse, of course.
Are you feeling any better, Uncle Horse? Wow. You're really soft. Grampy must have put extra conditioner in your soap's water. Oh, gosh. It's really watery out. Like Yarmouth Golf Adventure Golf Hill. You know what? I should let Dad sleep, I think. He can sleep through it right now. He looks comfy. If you don't mind him staying in your house, Uncle Horse. I don't know what that means. It is a really nice house, though. It's cozy, nice lamps, and I like the wall paintings. Or, wait, is that? Oh no, is this your blood? Oh, Hells, that's a lot. I'm sorry for the swear word. Let me just fix your blanket. Must have fell off when you were drinking your... Wait, is this... absinthe? Huh. Bottoms up!
Oh no! No! Did he just...
Anyway,
Boy?
there you go.
Seriously?
Like I'll make you extra comfy. There's lots of blood you coughed. Way lots. And it almost looks like our house. Funny. Can kind of sees the uncles with Grampy. And Dad there. I'll try and find some water to clean it up.
Oh.
Oh no! What happened?
Uh-oh.
Ghost, see, doth thine eyes
Oh, great.
see eight oracle, gaze into mine crimson miasma, thine Vader laid bare, desiccated on the rocks. By thy hand, the abbot will know. Of two, one falls, one rises. Damnation. The third eye opens. His
going
sweat
chaos.
will feed and warm her gullet. The abbot will know. The patriarch, in mastering Luna, ends hamstrung. He will wish death upon his flesh, but no mercy shall be given, for none he hath gave. The rising ray shall signal war's end. War and triumph, the abbot will know. From them bloodshed, Armageddon for all. Time, kindred, Garu, milklings, Elohim. In the light, they all will.
Oh, no. Hello, boy. Have you finished storing the dead boars?
Horse!
Boy, no sounds over 90 decibels outside of combat.
Horse! Horse! Combat horse!
Ah, horse. Good to see you're up and about. Are you feeling better?
Horse! He talked!
Come now, boy. It is almost 12 a.m. Eastern Standard. Well past your bedtime. I will return once I have put boy to bed, horse. Did you drink absinthe again, boy? Not good. No stiff drinks before bed, young man. Oh, but look. It stopped raining. Now we get to enjoy the smell of wet forest. Maybe we'll see a rainbow tomorrow. Come.
Oh boy.
Fare thee well, my nephew.
Oh boy.
While the
You
credits
have
were
listened
they
to
found
an
a name
audio
of the
drama
clan
by
that
Ogre
Kitten was
Poppin'
talking
On,
about that was
with
denounced
voice
the
work
order
by
by this woman. The
Speaker
clan's
D
name is
as Big D,
Nagaroda.
Thunder
Them feet flesh
Psyker
along with
as
blood
Kitten,
survive, and it all is
Zagran
fresh.
as
Their members are
Marcus,
usually wealthy
Super
with criminal elements,
Anchors
so
as
money lending
Door,
could be a laundering
Nostalgia
scheme.
as
And of course, the
Boy,
encounter took place before the
and Key
Feather Union
Mackenzie
formed a new
as
clan,
Horse.
Kata, of 10
Background
descendants of the
art by
Cappadocian bloodlines,
Inktooth,
which means they could
and
set up
avatar
protectors.
art by Ruby
Details of
Conte,
this.
Off Hawker,
The
Elephas,
prophecy here
and
is
Garrett.
the best
Soundtrack
red herring
by
that I've come across
Macker.
in this series,
Sound
or
composition
Chekhov's gun.
by Carl the
Writer
Deranged.
terminology
Mixing
for,
by String
okay, we're
Storm.
gonna tell you the future,
Animation
but in the
by
most obscure
Carl the
means
Deranged.
possible.
Video composition
Plus,
by
the terms he used here
Alpha
was a
Booza,
description for
with the lead
kind,
writers
us,
Blessed,
mankind,
wait,
kindred, the vampires.
Blessed.
Garu is the term the werewolves
hang
share
on.
amongst themselves. Milklings is basically the fairies that dwell
Blessed
in this
wrote
world.
this?
And the
What?
last would be the fallen angels,
How?
Elohim, in this world.
But
Fun.
he's the funny guy we always credit as a joke. What? That's so weird. Well, good job, Blessed. You did good. Anyway, script editing by Alpha Booza
Yeah, I think
and
it's
Speaker
having
D.
fun with that.
Special thanks for this episode is dedicated to Blessed's dog, Lucy.
Aw, puppy. So cute.
Rest in peace, you good girl.
Aw.
Portions of the
Producing
materials
girls.
are the copyrights and trademarks of Paradox Interactive AB
When this was
and are
released
used
3
with
years back, the
permission.
top theory
All
was
rights
that
reserved.
boy here
For more
is
information,
supernatural, either a
please
kinfolk or a
visit
mage.
worldofdarkness.com. Visit
And for the
patreon.com
course's
slash
description,
alphabooza for
the boy
updates
would kill
every
Door.
other week.
Maybe my mistake.
Thank
with
you
his
for
new
listening,
powers.
and good
Door
evening.
turned into a vampire and has to kill him. Maybe protect himself from Door. Door hates the supernatural, and if his son's a magi, will love stay his hand. Not only that, but they're also taking the characters to the TTS universe as well. So odds are, Marcus is also a mage, possibly, and there might be a fallen one in reflection to him becoming Magnus the Red, if you recall.
Yeah.
And don't mind the video; it's just more of a Carl the Deranged and shenanigans. YouTube proof shit.
Definitely throw some fun little jokes in here.
And it is actually and present
Cliff made him stuck by his grandma with a crossbow and was shit out of luck.
but the midst of the prophecy
blocking
here,
out the sun. The boy heard the click as she
and I'm
loaded her
it's
gun.
the audio log. You recall how he shows
Shot, but she
how
missed.
scared he
The
is
boy
of
threw a
werewolves and
rock,
how
and
children
the
are not
boy
ready.
was pissed.
So he'll have to say
And
them when
over
he
her
wanted to
corpse,
Garo.
grabbed at his leg. The
Also, the
booty
term
was dragged
abbot
off,
is
and the slide rolled
a Sabbat
dead.
leader.
Oh, yeah.
That we will see at the end of the first episode. I talk about as a Sabbath was a cult and wanted to be a priest. Remember?
What will you do when your grandma comes for you? Kick and bite.
And if worse comes to shove, the prophecy might also mention about Gehenna and Armageddon will be invoked. The Rising Tree is a reference to the first 3 vampires, the Cain's grandsons, the antediluvians. But when they're up, everything's gonna be in absolute turmoil and triumph. Other than these leading theories, there's many others proposed by people out there trying to figure out this Chekhov's gun.
Fun. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed this Blind React stream. I know it was comical for me. Look forward.
It gets better from here.
Yeah, look forward to seeing more as we continue on with 3.3. 2 weeks from now. Looking forward to that. We look forward to seeing y'all as we start the stream week back up on Sunday with, of course, ESO. And let's see. If you like what you saw, if you're on Kick and Twitch, follow, hit that notification bell. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when we go live. If you want to consider supporting the channel, consider becoming a patron on our Patreon. On top, again, a nice little shout out. You also get early access to our little fan series we're working on. Of course, episode 1 will be... everyone will get to watch it all at once. But from there on, early access for those who give any kind of support for the channel via Patreon. We much appreciate any support y'all give. Also, don't forget to click the link to our Discord so you can hang out with us, keep up to date on what's going on, post memes, have fun, that kind of shenanigans. And next week, well, on Wednesday, instead of Elden Ring, we will be doing a different game, which you'll find out that night. But until we get to there, let's say goodnight in the most fun and loving way we can. Ambulate cum Domini. Walk with the Lord. Yeah. Good night, and see you next time.